Thailand's got something really interesting cooked up for 2025, a new tax boost that's all about turning your travel and even your company's seminars into some pretty sweet savings. Let's get into how it all works.
So, how exactly can your next holiday or even a company seminar actually save you money on your taxes? I mean, it sounds a little bit like a dream, right? Getting a tax break just for taking a trip? But believe it or not, that's exactly what's on the table here. So let's dig in.
It's all thanks to Thailand's brand new 2025 tax incentives. Now, the whole idea behind this is to give the domestic economy a major boost. They're really trying to encourage everyone to spend money inside the country. Give a little push to local businesses, especially in tourism and hospitality.
All right, first up, your domestic travel perks. This is all about how you can turn your next vacation into a tax deduction. Let's talk about what's in it for you, the individual traveler.
Okay, the magic number to remember here is 20,000 baht. That's the absolute maximum you can claim for eligible hotel stays and restaurant meals while you're traveling.
But wait, there's a little catch to getting that full amount. It's split into two parts. For the first 10,000 baht, a regular paper invoice or an e-tax invoice works just fine. But for that next 10,000 baht, you absolutely have to have an official e-tax invoice. No exceptions. This is super important to remember.
And get this, where you travel actually matters. The government is trying to get people to explore some new places. If you travel in what they call secondary cities, the less traveled up-and-coming spots, you get a 1.5 times tax deduction. Pretty cool, right? If you stick to the main provinces, you still get a 1-to-1 deduction. So it's a really smart way to encourage people to get off the beaten path.
Okay, so that's for individuals. But what about businesses? Well, this is where things get even more interesting. We're talking about some big breaks for businesses, especially when it comes to supercharging your company's training and seminar budget. So what can your company actually claim? Well, the list is pretty generous. You're looking at things like accommodation for your team, the cost of meeting rooms, all the meals and catering, even other related service charges for the seminar. Basically, the whole shebang. And here is the real game changer, the double deduction. It might sound kind of technical, but it's incredibly simple. For every 1,000 baht your company spends, it can reduce its taxable income by up to 2,000 baht. Yeah, you heard that right. It's a huge, huge incentive.
And just like with your personal holiday, where you hold that seminar makes a huge difference. If you do it in one of those secondary cities, you get the full 2 times double deduction. If you hold it somewhere else, you still get a very nice 1.5 times deduction. The government is really pointing a big arrow saying, hey, host your events over here.
So we've covered travelers and companies, but there's a third group that benefits here, the hotels themselves. This is a huge boost for them, really an incentive to renovate, expand, and grow their business.
And look at that. It's that magic number again, 2 times. Hotels get a double deduction for eligible renovation and expansion costs. This is an incredible way to encourage the entire industry to invest back into their properties.
But there's a really important rule here. The government says repairs that simply maintain existing conditions are not eligible. So you can't just fix a leaky pipe and claim this. It has to be for a real improvement or an expansion, something that actually makes the hotel better or bigger, not just keeps it running as is.
Now, for any hotel operators listening, you need to pay close attention to these dates. The program officially kicks off on October 29, 2025. You have to submit your project plans to the Revenue Department before the deadline, and the whole thing wraps up on March 31, 2026. So that window is pretty specific.
Okay, we've talked about all the great benefits for you, for your company, and for hotels. But now for the million-dollar question, how do you actually claim it? Let's get into the essential rules that apply to everyone. So what's the one thing, the one piece of paper or, well, digital paper that you absolutely need to unlock all of these tax breaks?
Yep, you guessed it. It's the e-tax invoice or the e-receipt. This is the absolute key. You can tell the government is really using this program to get everyone on board with their new digital tax system. So if you want in on these savings, you've got to get comfortable with e-invoices.
So here's your 3-step checklist to make sure you get it right. Step 1, make sure you're dealing with a VAT-registered vendor. That's a must. Step 2, you have to ask for a full e-tax invoice or e-receipt. Don't just take a simple slip. And step 3, and this is a big one, actually verify that the vendor is set up to issue these things in the first place.
And the good news is you don't have to just take their word for it. You can verify your vendor right on the Revenue Department's website. Seriously, before you spend a chunk of money, just take a minute, go to this website, and double-check. It could save you a huge headache later.
Okay, so let's pull back and look at the bigger picture here. Why is all this happening? I mean, this is about way more than just a tax break for a few people. It's a really smart move for Thailand's whole economy.
When you boil it all down, this whole initiative has 4 main goals. 1. Boost local spending. 2. Get more people traveling within Thailand. 3. Strengthen the whole hospitality industry. And 4, and this is a big one, push more money and activity into those secondary provinces we talked about.
And just one last reminder on the timing. For you and your company, this is really a year-end push. The main incentives run from October 29th to December 15th, 2025. It's a really specific window designed to create a big burst of spending right at the end of the year.
So there you have it, a really clever plan to help out travelers, businesses, and the entire Thai economy. The only question left is, with these awesome tax breaks encouraging you to get out and explore, where will your next trip in Thailand be?